Alright, so in our contacts page, we will be putting our links with the icons. So to access the icons, we will have to be installing a few things. So what I am going to do is, I am going to show you, I'll also attach this, what is this document. So you can access these links, these installations. So firstly, we will be installing the npm I save Fort Awesome Font Awesome SVG core. You can pause this video, write it down, or put it directly into the terminal. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go ahead to my Visual Studio Code. I'm going to make it big. I am going to the terminal. I'm going to make the terminal big. So I'm going to close the terminal for now. And I'm going to terminate it. Yes, I'm going to terminate it. And right here, I am going to paste it. That is npm. Okay, let me just make this bigger. Alright, so npm I save Fort Awesome Font Awesome SVG core. Let's install this first, and then I am going to copy this and I am going to install npm I save Fort Awesome free solid SVG icon. So you can always go ahead. You can go to the Font Awesome GitHub and you can find these links there and the entire documentation. I'm just going to show it to you where you can find it. So you can go here and say when that is loading. I'm just going to show it to you when that's installing actually. So right here I am going to say Font Awesome GitHub. So right here you can go to its GitHub, the documentation, and you can see everything there, right? So you can go down here, you can see everything, all the documentation, how to do it. They have shown everything. You can go ahead and say Font Awesome React. It will show you for that as well. Okay, so let's go back. Let's copy this. Should have installed. So once this is done, I am just going to clear everything so that you can see it. You don't have to clear it. Please note down, you don't have to clear it. Now I'm going to install npm I install save I is basically install Fort Awesome free solid SVG icons. Alright, so this is done as well. Always you can pause it and then type this in your computer, in your terminal. But please make sure if you're getting some error, it is not this, because I have put the spellings. It would have been a spelling mistake on your side, because this is directly from the GitHub, from their documentation. So there are no mistakes. So please check your spellings before you install them. So I'm going to clear it again just to make some space for you to see. I'm going to get the third one, that's npm I save Fort Awesome React Font Awesome, and I'm just going to copy this. So in this I'm going to paste it. That is just right click and paste. That's in Git. So now once this has been installed, I'm going to clear it again. And last and final is the npm I save free brands. So what is that? The new one that we're using is basically to use the big brands like Apple, Microsoft, or GitHub, or if you want to use Facebook or Twitter, you need to get the free brands SVG icons because they are a different thing. So let's install all of these. So as this is installing, what I am going to do is, okay, so I'm going to go ahead to main.js and I will make some changes here. So what we'll be doing is we'll be importing all these things that we installed and we'll put it in our library and we can access it right after that. So that will just be much simpler. We can access it in any component anywhere we want. So let's go right ahead and do that. Okay, so now that it has been installed as well, So now we can actually either put it as a functional, we can put it in another component, put it here and then put it there, but like we'll just do it from the main.js and that will be pretty much simpler. Now let's first import library from at Fort Awesome / font awesome svg core. Alright, so after this is done, I am going to import. So you can use all of these. So FAB is a library that we have to import with the other things. That's what we'll be using. I'll show it to you. Now I'm going to say FA Twitter square, and then if you're active on Facebook or active on Twitter, it's your choice. You can choose any of these. As I said earlier, you can put more, like you can put something like your CodePen, which I taught earlier. You can go ahead to the Font Awesome and search for CodePen and add it right here. FA will be LinkedIn. LinkedIn is very important. So if you have a LinkedIn account, every working professional has a LinkedIn account. All of them do have it. And I hope you have one. If you don't, please do create it. It'll help with your career. And now the GitHub as well. And we will be importing it from we'll be importing it from the Fort Awesome / free brands svg icons. And so yeah, so that's it. Now we'll put it in a library where we can access it anywhere. So library.add, just like we did earlier in the to-do app. So here we'll be doing FAB, FA Twitter square. So let's just copy this entire thing and put it right here. Alright, so all of them are in here. That's about it. You can put a semicolon, save it. Now let's npm run and start our server development. Obviously it will not come because we have not put it in any of our components. We will be putting it in our contact.js. Alright, so we will be putting it right after this, and let's see how that will be. And so I am going to start off by saying, okay, so right here, and just after the p tag. Now after the p tag, I am going to say Font Awesome. First let's import it. So that's better. So import Font Awesome icon, and you have to observe that I, A and F are capital. So our Google Chrome opened up because the server development started. So okay, so from at Fort Awesome React. So I can't see that, so let's just type it. So Fort Awesome / React Font Awesome. Perfect. So once we have imported it, the library also comes with it. Now after all of this, this is where we want to put the logos with the links. So first of all, let's start off with h2 tag. And okay, no, not the h2 tag. Actually right here in your p tag. Now we don't have to create a new contact.css, put class names or ID and access it. I'm going to teach you an easy way of using CSS or styling in React. Now the simple way to do is, in your p tag, what you have to do is say style is equal to put two curly brackets and close two curly brackets. When you can observe right here, I put two curly brackets and close two curly brackets. So inside of that, I am going to say margin bottom. So here you have no hyphens and everything. It has to be camel case. So before we would have done as margin hyphen bottom, but here it is attached and it is bottom like that. There is no is equal to, it is colon and brackets, the quotes. I put two rem. So what I am doing is there should be a, let me show it. Right. So when you go to your contact, right, I want some space between the p tag, that this entire thing, and down I want some space right here where I'll put my links. So that's why I've given a margin bottom of 2 rem. Alright, so now once I've done this, I can go ahead and get the font awesome icon, and I can say icon, the icon is equal to brackets open, close the square back and open a square bracket and close the square brackets. We're going to get the FAB, and the first one will be Twitter of size equals to 2x, and we can close it. Okay, we can save this and see if that works for us. Alright, so we should see a Twitter handle right here, but we do not. Alright, yeah, it's right here. So you see the Twitter, you can make it smaller, you can make it 1x, 2x, whatever you want. You can make it bigger if you want. So I'm just going to keep it at 2x, and right after this I am going to give a link to my Twitter account. So that's href. That's how you can link it to external links. But if it is internal links, you have to use the normal link and nav links. But if it's an external link, you are now directing it to the Twitter, your home Twitter, so you can't do the normal link. That will be my you can go put your link, whatever it is. Don't have a Twitter account, you can either create one or not put this. So it'll take me to that link. Now I'm going to style it, right? So actually I'll save this before styling. Let's to see how it works. So I'm going to say Twitter. I'm just going to put it in one line so it makes it easier for you to understand. Okay, so that's what I've done. So it's right after font awesome, I've done this. I'm going to save it. Make this capital actually. Save it now. Now you will see the Twitter right next to it. So when I click on it, it will go to my Twitter home, and it will go to my home or whichever link which I give. So I am back to my this thing. I can go back again to my Twitter home, take me here. Anyways, so that's how people can contact me, right? So if you have a Facebook account, people can contact you via Facebook. So it looks very bad right now. I'm going to make those changes. So that's why we need the style, and right inside of the A tag, the first A, not the closing, or after the A tag. So just inside the first starting A tag, I'm going to style it, and I'm going to say text shadow. That will be equals to, so I'm going to give it a text shadow of 0, 1 pixel, 0 RGBA, 0, 0, 0, 0.1. Okay. You can put a comma for another this thing. I'm going to give it a margin because to stay away from the other icons. Just a little margin of top will be 0 rem, the right will be 2 rem, bottom will be 0 again, and the left will be 0.5 rem. right. So then the last and the final one is the text decoration. You could see there was an underline and it was not looking nice. So I'm just going to put a text decoration. All of them, if you can see, they're all camel case. There are no hyphens. There are no is equal to's. So be very careful and put it exactly like this. So now you have also learned how to style in React. So that's great. And we can save this. Now here you can see the respective changes that are made. And maybe I need to add a color. Just going to say color white. Okay, so we haven't put a comma here. Okay, so the comma is right there. Okay, I don't want it to be white. How about the same color as this, or we can put it as blue? No, because, or yeah, you can make those changes. Go ahead, go to your. Actually, we don't have to. I'm just going to. So I'm going to change the color to hashtag, what is that? CED, or we can put the yellow color. That might look much better, right? So when we hover over it, it will look. So I put a nice yellow over it, the one that we used earlier. Hashtag EECE1E. Okay. Okay, so that's fine. You can actually change it back to any color you want. That does not look nice. I'm just going to put a CED4DA. Right. So, yeah, that's much better. You can put whichever color you want. Let's not waste time on that. Okay. So right after this, I'm just going to copy the entire thing and I'll paste it. How many times do I paste it? I have 4, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is side. Okay, it kept going to the side, but I made the changes. Okay, so this is one Twitter. I copy pasted the same thing right here, but there are other changes that we will be making. That is basically we will be putting LinkedIn. So right after Twitter, I am going to put LinkedIn. So after the first thing, I've just copy pasted from font awesome to the A tag. Then I close it. So just copy paste it thrice, and here I am going to say LinkedIn, same thing size, but here I want to change this. So okay, I'm going to change the href. The link shall be changed. So that's the link to my LinkedIn account, and I'm going to not save this yet. I'm going to make one more change that will be to my GitHub account. So let's change this to GitHub, and the href shall also be changed to github.com. And actually I know my link, so go check your link. You will find it on the top of the URL. Just put that URL here. It will just go to that particular URL, whatever URL you give to it. Okay, so this shall also be changed to GitHub. And this shall be changed to LinkedIn. Right? So I put 3 things. You can also add in Facebook if you want, but I am not doing that because I think that's not very professional. So it's anything you want, so it's your choice. So once I've saved it, you can go here and see that my Twitter, LinkedIn, and GitHub have come up, my links. So when I click on it, it goes to that particular page. When I click on my LinkedIn, it goes to my LinkedIn profile right here. And once this is done, I can go back and go to my GitHub. It goes to my GitHub account as well. So that's awesome. So that's about it. You can also add like a hover or something like that right here, or you can create another style. That's up to you. You can do as you wish. So that's about it. And after this, let's just upload it. Looks pretty nice. You can change the colors, hovers, and style. Everything can be added. You can add more responsiveness. So for example, if I go to my developer tools, and when you click on this right here, it shows how it look on a mobile phone. So this is how it look on a mobile phone as well. So that's kind of nice. You can add more features. You can make it more responsive. So yeah. Next we will be uploading it to we'll be hosting it on Netlify. We'll be putting it to GitHub, and we will be hosting it. So I'll see you there.